And I'm going to mute everyone and begin our call. So, hello, everyone, and welcome to our Thursday morning business chat and the last one for 2023. So, hello, 24, goodbye, 23. And we had a great director's call yesterday, and I look forward to many of you joining us in our Wednesday morning director's call. It's kind of a mastermind environment. We talk about business updates and what's happening and how things could be even better. But we always try and come up with some juicy stuff to share with you, our emerging leaders on Thursday morning. Our discussion yesterday was the concept of more in 24, and we kind of had a forward focus of what we all want more of in 2024. And I don't know how many of you have been able to slow down enough during this holiday season to work on the questions that Robin has been sharing and circulating for the last 3.5 decades. But the first page is, what do you need to do to complete 2023? Who do you need to talk to? What do you need to say? What do you need to do to be able to go, 2023 is over. When the clock hits 12, it's done. You may not have everything done you wanted to, but everything's done that you did. And then it's time to really have that forward focus. And, we like to talk about maintaining a forward focus. And I sometimes analogize it with driving in your car. You want to maintain your forward focus, but you want to check in the rearview mirror every once in a while. But what happens if you stare in the rearview mirror too long? You run smack into the future and you're not going to be ready for it. It might not be pretty. So, we've talked a lot about living an intentional life, and we get to create our own future. We are authors of our own destiny. And there's so many different teachers and gurus and philosophies that, and they all point in the same direction as, greater works can we do, right? And so we want to talk a little bit about 2024 and how to get more of what we want in 2024. And the key to doing that is maybe determining what you want. And that's where that second page of those questions, creating your best year yet. And I think every New Year's, we all want the next one to be even better. And it certainly can be. Regardless of all the turmoil that we're living in America and the world, in our own lives, in our LifeWave bubble, where we're changing lives and enhancing lives all around the world, our lives can get better. In the midst of turmoil, our lives can get better. And it's interesting, in the midst of turmoil, network marketing seems to flourish. So 2024, I think for all of us, can be our best year yet in our business and in our personal lives. And I think it's really important to have that holistic look and view. So yesterday we kind of just had an open mic kind of thing. If we were sitting in a circle, we might be passing a talking stick or something, but we kind of went around with the directors. And when I say directors, we have presidential, senior presidential, executive, senior, and directors, all directors and above on that call with us. And we discussed on what, each of us kind of had voice or on what we wanted more of in 2024. And I'm going to give you a visual experience of what, I told people I wanted more of in 2024. And I'm going to change my background. And I wanted to see more sunsets and some sunrises from Hawaii. And that background that I just posted was actually taken from our lanai in Hanalei Bay one evening as the sun was setting down over Hanalei Bay, one of the most beautiful places on earth. And the beauty of our business, Robin and I enjoyed a vacation together with our youngest son and his wife. But we were available. We didn't do a lot of work, but we worked. We actually did 2 LifeWave meetings. Wherever we went, we ended up talking about LifeWave to people. We patched people, got some new press people in the pipeline. We invigorated some of our members. Brand partners are already there. But so what I want more of in 2024 is more Hawaiian sunsets and sunrises. And that's just one thing. And the other thing I want more of is I just want to provide more value, to the people I love and care for. And that includes all of you. What we're doing here together in LifeWave, in Live Younger, we really have an opportunity to enhance and extend people's lives. And that's part of the core vision and mission that David Schmidt has, and that shared vision that we have with him to share and care and enhance and extend. Whoa, I might write that down, but so what I'd like to do is kind of just open it up. And initially, I'd like to invite some of the directors that were on the call last night or yesterday morning to share what you'd like more of, and then just kind of open it up for any of you. This is kind of like our creation, 2024 creation, shouting it out to the universe. And we are all part of the universe here together to support each other in all of us getting more in 24. So Jen Allen raised her hand first, and you go for it, Jen.
That's my warrior granddaughter there, but I just
Oh, she is gorgeous.
So what I said yesterday at the directors meeting, and I mean it because I tend to get so much enjoyment out of helping everyone that's signed up, and all the people the people that are signed up under me, that I don't focus on my need to have some more managers and directors on my legs, because I just love answering the questions. So for me, it will be, and that's the first thing I popped out to Gregory, was I just need more managers and directors that I can depend on to help me stop limping on my right leg, as I put it. I've been limping. So that's it. And I'm going to work on it. It means me putting me first, which I don't like to do, but, and I don't say it like, it's just not something I do. That's all. I got to learn. I'll hang out with Robin and Gregory.
And let me acknowledge you, Jen, and clarify that for everyone. Jen is fortunate because she got out of her comfort zone and spoke with Michael Jaco, now has a monster leg growing under Michael Jaco. So now 2024, she needs to build that other leg. So we all support you in that vision and intention.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Jeannie, go ahead, please.
Hey guys, welcome from Dallas. What do I want for 2024? My goodness. It's almost breathtaking to even conceptualize that. But I had a very interesting experience the last couple of days. Barbara Larrabee posted or sent a text to her group that we're going to start working with on January the 8th. We're going to start working with this book called 10X is better than 2X. And something really rang my bell on that one. And I purchased it and immediately downloaded it from Audible and listened to it in one day. And all I have to say is I recommend everyone here doing the same thing. I've been ready for change. I've been ready for change for so long, but figuring out how to do that, how to support myself, what to do, and listening to that book, hearing it talk about how there's 80% of what we're focusing on is distraction and taking away from building our dreams. And so the magic happens when we can focus on the 20%. So listening to the book, I started taking action immediately. I mean, in one day, I feel like I got a week of work done yesterday while listening to the book. I actually, one of the writers talked about at one point he quit TV, and I have to admit TV's kind of been a weak point, even to the point of addiction. And I went online immediately. I was like, oh God, what's going to happen? But I canceled every single one of my subscriptions. And do you know what? It was not, at first it was scary, but then it was alleviating. And then I got more work done. And then the creative flow was happening. And so my goals, because of all of this, in the last few days, I've contracted a web designer, and I'm about to purchase Hootsuite for a year. My situation's kind of special because I'm also a wellness coach, so
And
I
we're going to
do
want
need.
to
Okay.
wind down
Yeah,
just a little so we can have some time for others, Jeannie, but we
I'm.
share your enthusiasm. We can feel it.
Thank you.
And I do want to compliment you on reaching out and you know, one of the things we're doing on the director's call is we're compiling a recommended reading list, and that one kind of rose up towards the top yesterday. There was a lot of people commenting. I do want to let everybody know we are formally going to start our second you know, book club book, and it's going to be Atomic Habits by James Clear. And I got to tell you that, like you were listening to there you go, Atomic Habits. Thank you, Sunshower. Robin started digging into James Clear yesterday as she's recovering from. Some of you may not have heard that she fell on Christmas Eve and broke her arm, her upper arm right by the shoulder, tripped over the dog in the kitchen, a freak accident, and fell on her left shoulder while she's carrying an armful of plates, but she's recovering. You know, we're managing the pain, and the good news is we were at the orthopedic yesterday, and they said you don't need surgery. So yay! It's just going to take a little time healing, and we know that with X49 and so many other things that we have, her healing is going to be quick and rapid. But she's been listening to some of the stuff from James Clear on Atomic Habits, and we're going to begin that as our new book club book. So I want to encourage everyone, if you're ordering books this week, if you want a recommended read that we're going to be doing together, that doesn't stop anyone from reading many things. Many people, you know, have multiple books going at the same time, but Atomic Habits by James Clear is our book number 2 for our book club. And go ahead, Sunshower.
Morning, everybody. You know, back in 2016, I woke up with the words collaborative artworks over and over until I finally got the download. And now I know that's my legacy to the planet. So if you ever want to see what my collaborative work looks like, just go to collaborative artworks. That's the keyword, works.com. And the point about that is I want this in 2024, folks to collaborate with that are of like mind, entrepreneurs, more artsy people. You know, I want to magnetize to myself, not want. That's the wrong term. I claim it. It is mine. I will have a team full of really joyous, amicable, coachable, willing entrepreneurs who love to collaborate.
Woohoo! I love that. Awesome. And we agree together. That shall be done. Go ahead, Ravel.
Thanks so much, Gregory, for this meeting. And I noticed that in spite of the way Robin's feeling, she managed to put in the chat that the questions that she put together, the conscious completion for 2023, and the best year yet, completing or creating 2024. She wrote that you can find the questions in the Facebook group and in the last few newsletters. So just a really quick, you can tell I'm convalescing here. Something that struck me at the directors meeting yesterday, Gregory, that was mentioned was that network marketing is about coaching and mentoring, not about managing and directing. And I want to thank you for mentioning that, because it really struck a chord with me, and recognizing that it's not up to all of us as leaders to be a customer service repository. It's really important to recognize that we want to direct and point for answering a question, to really enable people and empower them to come to conclusions on their own. And I'm really happy that you mentioned that. And I'm very grateful for this community. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Ravel. We're grateful for you in this community. Good morning, Adele.
Good morning, Gregory. You said something yesterday I'd never heard before, and I'm going to share it along with a couple other things. You said the words, someday is not on the calendar. Isn't that how you said it?
Some days not on any calendar. That's
and I
right.
think how many times, you know, in our lives, we all say that, we'll do it someday. So I want to encourage anyone on the call. 10 years ago, well, March 2014, I got the message through my right ear. Don't even know if it was a male or female voice. I just know it came that direction to leave the United States. And I did. Within 3 months, I had left and moved to Europe, and I've been traveling since then. And I have found this business. I've been a director for almost 2 years, and I'm leaving for Peru on Sunday for 2.5 months. And it's just so easy to travel. And LifeWave's not available in Peru, so I won't be sharing it with people there, but it's certainly easy to do online with contacts. And so I just wanted to just kind of put a word out there. If you're getting that nudge to do something, I live on Social Security and LifeWave. And for most of those years, it was Social Security or my savings. So there's just ways to do it. And I've stayed with Gregory and Robin for a while this year. Anyway, it's a crazy lifestyle and it's wonderful. But if you're hearing those words or you're getting that message, don't think someday's ever going to come unless you put it into form and make it happen. So take action. So I'm excited to start the new year out in Peru, my beloved Sacred Valley, and senior directors on my list for the first part of the year. So just to make it to that level.
And Adele, you held up the book Atomic Habits. Have you begun that book yet?
I started last night. Oh my goodness, it's gripping. The first, yes, it was excellent. You're going, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, it pulls you
I
right.
haven't read it either. I got to confess.
Oh.
I've been around Robin. She's read it. She's encouraged me to read it. So now I'm going to, but
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to our book club on it.
I just started it last night, and his beginning, it's you're reading it going, oh my
it
God.
was Sunshower that held it up.
Yeah.
Oh, but you have
I held it up the other day. I held it up yesterday on our director call. So
oh gosh.
great book.
Oh, great.
Really
I think it's going to help all of us zero in and get more of what we want out of 24. Go ahead, Carl.
Thank you, Gregory. And I really enjoyed yesterday's mastermind call. Of course, there's an old saying, as is the top, so is the bottom. You and Robin set a standard that inspires us. And yes, I want to echo what Adele just shared. You did say someday does not appear on anyone's calendar. And that is a prompt to say today is someday. Start it now. And so the things that I've been encouraging in my group are things that now I'm revisiting. And yesterday, I made a conscious effort to reach out to almost 100 people. And I'm dealing now with the feedback on that. And it's leading to at least 1 or 2 people that are showing interest to sign up. And, we always say that success is not magical, it's mathematical, but the magic is in the math. You've got to load it up in order to deal with that percentage of people that will filter down and become the prospects and the people that you want to work with. And I do believe, having now immersed myself in and through the benefit of this group, understanding MLM for what it really is, it is the next advancement in the free enterprise system. Because as was shared at the convention, our company grew 300% in a year where companies shrunk 300%. And so we have what the world is looking for. We have the product, the science, the person at the top, and all of the business support to offer this to anyone who's looking for a way out of the jail called job. Fire your boss. Go into MLM. That's what I'm saying. And so we have a call. We have I'll wrap this up in 10 seconds here. We have a meeting scheduled for January 15th, and we are targeting business leaders. We want to target the influencers who are on social network to come out and look at this and how they can monetize their efforts and help people, because it has everything in it. It's the perfect synchronicity of helping people and helping yourself at the same time. And I do agree with what Ravel said. This is about mentoring and coaching. It's not about managing and directing. That's the huge difference between what we do in MLM and what the so-called establishment does. So thank you for letting me share this, and God bless you all as we go into 2024.
God bless you too, Carl. Thanks. Your enthusiasm is contagious. Robin, I wonder if you wouldn't mind unmuting. Just put a beautiful post in the chat, and I know everyone would love to hear a couple of words from you, and maybe you'd like to share about James Clear. Kind of put her on the spot here.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I've been getting James Clear's newsletter. He's the author of Atomic Habits for a while. I don't always read the newsletters, but they're brilliant. And there's a quote in there that says there's more wisdom per word than any other newsletter out there. And he shares 3 ideas, 2 quotes and 1 question to live in for the week. And I went to YouTube and I was listening to a bunch of his YouTubes yesterday. There's great, great wisdom from this man that can make all of our lives easier in the future. So I recommend everybody check it out.
So since we're going to be reading the book together, if you go to jamesclear.com, you can enroll in the newsletter. And I like simplicity, the 3-2-1. 3 ideas, 2 quotes, and 1 question each week. I can deal with that. In our busy lives, I can deal with that. You know, anybody else? Who else would like to share? Anyone? We'll just open up for anyone that's on the call if you'd like to share what you want more of in 24. And let's keep it brief so we can get 4 or 5 or, you know, 8 or 10 more people on here before the bottom of the hour and the close of our call. Not all at once, but we'll start with Gary and then Megan. And you better unmute yourself, Gary.
Yeah, little things mean so much.
Yep.
So, anywho, I have spoken before about having trauma as a child and the difficulties that come with being bipolar and remnants of OCD and other things, which through my faith, I've been able to overcome. So I know the topic makes some people uncomfortable, but I've sort of been the poster boy for that. And I'm so grateful for being connected with this group. And the patches have changed my life because since my wife died, my life has been a roller coaster and a living hell in some ways, but I've never learned more or faster as well. So it just is what it is, but I just can't. What I want for this year is unbelievably, I have always done menial work or labor and sales and had measures of success and always dreamed of being a business owner and doing MLM because I love it. Done a lot of them with Tim and Helen Peak and Jan Pokowski and different ones. So to bring it full circle, what I want to say is that I just got the internet and Wi-Fi and a computer setup in my house for the first time in my life. So I'm starting a tremendous journey. I'm overwhelmed, but I'm so excited for what's possible and available. And with tenacity and determination and such a wonderful support group and a company like this, we really can achieve our dreams. And I'm just like a little baby, just getting started in many ways. But I've been around the block and gone through a lot as well. So in my own way, I have something to offer. And so thank you for what you guys have done to help me get where I am.
Well, we'll pray for more in 24 for you, Gary. Go ahead. That's
thank you. Thank you.
Morning, Megan.
Good morning. So for 2024, like I'm really excited. I have created my own little kit to travel with so I can take my stuff to do like different seminars for local places here. And I've already made some appointments with a couple of places, so I'm very excited about that. But I am really excited about learning to just be a better leader for my team as it continues to grow. And I just want to help them grow. And that is like my big wish for 2024.
Beautiful. That's so, being a selfless leader. I love that. We support you in that, Megan. Anyone else like to share what you like some more in 24? And I'll while we're waiting for somebody to raise your hand, I'll read some of the comments from some of the directors yesterday. More directors and managers. Yes, we all want that, right? More income for more of my team members is what another director wanted. And here's a beautiful one. Creative expressions in all forms for self and my team. Wow. Live more deeply and let love radiate without concern for results. Isn't that a wonderful thought? That's providing value and just knowing the universe will compensate you. So, living that selfless life. And more long-term mutually rewarding relationships. I think I might have said that one, because that's, that's the essence of what I boiled down. Oh my God, a bird just bounced off my living room window. I hope he's okay. That was a message from the universe, I think. Um, Co-create, a better business, more business builders, 3 new directors, more directors, senior presidential, SPD before the Dallas convention, clearing out the 80%. We had so many cool conversations, and the 80-20 rule, that's called Pareto's Law. And I read a book about that a long, long time ago, how 20% of your efforts result in 80% of your results typically. And so I think we can all learn from that. So, anybody else have anything you'd like to share about more for 2024 before we bring this call to a conclusion?
Going to Cancun with new business partner.
There you go. More
And
for
the Mediterranean.
2024, because we have February 4th is the cutoff for the Cancun incentive trip. So I know we have a lot of people. And January 7th is the cutoff for the rank achievement bonus. So we have a lot of people. In this window of time, this right after Christmas, before New Year's, and this is a great time to just reach out, like Carl was saying. He called 100 people yesterday. It's a great time to reach out, people that are in your business and people you're in your life. Sunshower, go ahead, please.
Just wondering about Atomic Habits. Do you know when we might start that book club going?
Thanks for that prompting. January 8th, Monday, January 8th. We're going to take January 1st off. We're not going to have a community call. It's understandable. It's New Year's Day. We'll be thinking about all of you. So we won't have a Monday morning or a Monday evening call on New Year's Day, but we're going to hit the streets running on Tuesday with a slightly restructured Tuesday evening, Testimonial Tuesday. We're going to be doing some fine tuning to regain and maintain our focus on X39, because X39 is the driving force of our success in LifeWay. And the fact that David Schmidt has been able to work with our attorneys to create a strategy so we can continue boasting about the fact that with our company, our products, our technology, we can help you activate your stem cells. So we're going to be keeping that focus on X39, much more intense focus on Tuesday evening. And on Monday, January 8th, we're going to launch begin the first review of Atomic Habits. So it's coming. So I encourage everyone to, it's a good read. You might want to get the book on tape. You may want to get the book summary. You might want to get the book or all three, but Atomic Habits. So those are the things that are upcoming. And one of the things that's upcoming is, if you haven't already heard, David has designed 2 new products are going to be launching in the first quarter of 2024. And they're an AM and PM, morning and evening nutritional supplements. They're going to be simple powders you pour into a little glass of water, encouraging us to drink more water. But they're going to be targeted supplements that help with the efficacy of our patches, the stem cell activation patches, the 39 and 49, and all the other patches. So so many times we've all heard David talking about, well, you may want to complement this with that. Well, he's creating that. He's creating 2 comprehensive that's AM and PM nutritional supplement, which in conjunction with their FDA attorneys, they've said that we can continue making our Activate Stem Cell, claims and benefits. So, and in fact, you're going to see them promoted on the website beginning next week. They're going to add that, and it's going to be coming soon. So I'm sure we're going to be hearing more and more about these. Been behind the scenes, David's been creating new things in his wonderful laboratory for us. And it'll probably take a couple of 60 to 90 days for all the supply chain and packaging and everything to be done, but that'll be a Q1 release, the latter part of Q1. And I'm sure we're going to hear a lot more about that technology, and especially in the upcoming January 27th. I hope you all have your calendar marked for January 27th for our Vision 2024 virtual online event. And I'm sure David will be filling the airwaves with insights to the benefits of these new products we're going to be adding to our mix. So we're right at the bottom of the hour, and we all wish everyone a very happy new year. Hope you had a wonderful Christmas. We certainly did. It was a little challenging, I gotta admit, for Robin and the family, but you know, and the joke is, and I wouldn't say this without Robin being okay, but Robin has been such an ever ready bunny. She's got an on button that's hard to turn off, you know. And but she's had this thing about sloths. When we went to Costa Rica on the company trip, we fell in love with sloths. And we have sloths all over the house. We have a sloth calendar, we have sloth cards, and Robin fell in love with sloths so much she's been forced to turn into one now because, you know, she just has to rest, stay immobile as much as possible. So she's catching up on some videos and maybe a little reading, but we thank you all for your love and prayers, and you know, and I know that she's going to be on a rapid road to recovery. We've also kind of joked about, you know, went to pretty big extremes to create another testimonial. We've all heard her knee story. Now she's going to have a shoulder story. So shoulder story in process. So with that being said, any final comments from anyone, and we'll bring this call to a wrap. And everyone's welcome to unmute and say their farewell and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We love you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New
Yeah.
Year.
God bless.
Well,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Love to
Happy
everyone.
New Year. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Of this next week, are you off next week or not?
Next week. That's right. Bye-bye.
Happy X39 Day.
Bye.